What's up, everybody? Joe from JLW Games, back at it again. Been a minute, right? Has been a minute, but we're back, and we're ready to go. Now, I've been working a little bit off screen, so I had been working on stuff. Trust me, even though I haven't been very active on YouTube, I have been working on stuff. So even here, Windland Adventure Resort, we've been doing some details here and there on this park. This is for Planet Universe. Can't wait to get that up and going again. We've already been doing a lot of fun little stuff before. It's kind of like a little testing stuff. We've been doing stuff in that Discord. It's been fun, kind of like promoting, getting our stuff together. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, we did a lot of details here off screen. I've done some custom supporting here for the wood coaster, just a little bit here. Some like custom wide supports on that in the first drop. We could potentially be adding a little bit more throughout the layout, but mainly wanted it on the tallest point of the structure. We even add some like custom footers and everything like that there. Had a lot of details. We did the station building, which still needs some details as well. Still have some details to add throughout, but this is the start. Got ourselves a little operator's booth there. Nice little station, along with the transfer track. Maintenance bays here. Pretty cool. You can see kind of some interesting, nice little shaping there. And we started to add a little bit of details here and there, like a lot of like foliage, and worked on some perimeter fencing here that I'm slowly kind of working around the ride. Should be cool. Good to meet me last Monday. Awesome. Glad you got to see me in person, so it's fun. It's hard to put faces with names in YouTube as well, because like I'm not gonna say I get a ton of people that say hi to me from YouTube, but like I do get it quite often. Quite often. So this is gonna be called the Howler, by the way. A nice classic out and back wood coaster, very small. It's gonna be the starting main attraction in the park, which will be cool. We're gonna have a few other flat rides. It's gonna be a very small starting park with one main big attraction. We're gonna have the Ferris wheel as kind of like that centerpiece part of the entrance. This entrance turned out so good. I'm very happy with how this entrance building turned out. Very much, we definitely modeled it off quite a bit off of Darien Lake. Was it Darien Lake? I think it was Darien Lake. Entrance. Very much like inspired by, with my own little bit of twist to it. We added that arcade in here, which we made once that update came out. Very, very cool. Turned out really awesome. And we have this little restaurant that we worked on. I think we did this one on stream. I worked on it on stream. I'm not very talented when it comes to interiors. I'm really trying to get better at them. I think I've gotten better over the years with my interiors, but this one's okay. Very simplistic little restaurant. And then the exterior is kind of it's got an interesting shape to that building. Started on a little backstage area. We're also gonna have a nice big backstage area over here. Very tired. Yeah, I've been pretty tired today, honestly. Somehow I've got more energy now than I did throughout the day, which is kind of weird. But this is gonna be our backstage area. This is a little blueprint I used for this little warehouse building, a little storage building that has a lot of cool stuff in it. Really like that blueprint as a backstage area. So we're just gonna have some backstage facilities, which also has a road access that will lead up into the park. That has this little gate here that they could use to either transport stuff throughout the park, that they need, a little access gate that'll do that. So we also have like this little bridge with priority pass as well. For some reason it disconnected the priority pass here. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. The priority pass disappeared, even though I thought I had it connected. So we're going to have to see what the heck happened there. But I have I have it ready to go for when we do get the priority pass going again. I think I might do some custom railings on this queue line and just make it look like it's you're able to open and close sections like you would see in a lot of queues. And it was my second and last day. Let's see, doing stuff my legs. Yeah, I'm pretty sore with myself too. I've been a little. I worked 6 days this week. I had to come in on a day off. I was actually thinking about no doing YouTube stuff that day, but I got called into work, so I only ended up with 1 day off this last week. And I think I just like relaxed that day. Or did I? Or did I do stuff? I can't remember. I've been so busy like doing stuff. I don't even know, man. So I have been on my free time trying to do a little bit here and there. Also, my air conditioner is not working properly right now too, which also kind of sucks. So let me actually check on that. It's not cooling the house. It's 78 degrees in my house right now. I turned it off, I turned my thermostat off because it wasn't making it cooler. So and I turned it off because I don't want the electric bill to go crazy there. Last thing I want, you know? Alright, so I think what we might do here is we're going to have like a little service road. Maybe something in here, I'm not sure. Yeah, Noah. I think you said you did see me, yeah. I left a little early today. Mostly because I had this last pay period, I had over 106 hours total. So I'm gonna have a good paycheck coming in Friday. That's for sure. Curious if I should do like just a straight path here. If I do angle snap, it'll keep it straightened. But we would want to copy existing texture here. Obviously, I don't want guests going into there, so I don't know if I should make this a staff path. Just have a different texture there, so guests will not go onto this path. We need to come up with a color for that. Two lights. Let's go a little bit darker. Maybe something like that. That's fine. And then we're just because I was thinking about doing like maybe a gift shop or doing something to fill in these spots here. I'm gonna get these spots filled, just to kind of bridge over into the wood coaster area. Give it a nice feel. So maybe we'll put like a small shop of some sorts here, potentially. What we'll do here is we're gonna connect that together actually with there, and we're gonna smooth this out. I think we're gonna do the same over here. Copy our existing texture, just right here. I know that guy does YouTube and such. Yeah, I don't know if you tried to talk to me or anything. I was out of it today. I was so tired. Yesterday was Mercy Day. where the park was open till 10 for Mercy employees. Yeah. It's a long day. Pretty long day. Hey, see how it goes. I have to go back to work tomorrow, too. Tomorrow's my 6th day in a row. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I never recommend going on Mercy Day, but for some reason Outlaw wasn't even busy. Like, other rides were, but Outlaw Run was not busy. Kind of weird. Alright, every time I build something here, I'm trying to find some good references. So we're going to find a good reference for a gift shop here. Got some photos I'm looking up, trying to find some good gift shop buildings. We don't. I want to do like a modular souvenir shop somewhere near the entrance. Like that. Kind of the style I kind of want. And it's nice and tall. Might take up a little less space. And it uses mostly like stucco and brick wall. It's kind of like a Main Street building. So we'll kind of go with that. We're gonna start with stucco, I think. To get us started. Maybe give it a little bit of angle. Work a little bit over here. Maybe make it about this wide, and maybe we can have it a little bit bigger out that direction, maybe, or we can make it cubed like so, and then the entrance can be right there. That'd be kind of small, but we can adjust this fence. This fence doesn't have to be here like this. We can make this bigger if we want. Just so it's not completely just boring and square. Move this fence a bit. Okay. And we're gonna recolor this. I always forget. Don't realize I change the color before I start placing stuff. But give it like a grayish light blue. Would be kind of a good color. And then the way I do this again is try to... Yeah, Outlaw was closed most of the day. It did get open though. I guess is the most important thing, right? We're gonna give this 2 layers of building. We're gonna make it a little bit tall. Make it kind of have a big appearance. This brick wall, maybe a little bit lighter. Oh, there's other brick walls we can use too. This was the color I was looking for. Where's the regular ones? A little bit more faded color. Kind of want this building to have a nice striking strike to it, like it's just... Do a different color, kind of a different style over here. Keep it kind of unique. This is just our shaping that we get on, or starting off with, and then we're gonna get into detailing the building a lot more. So this could be like a back area for that building. Reading that building too much there. All right, let's go ahead and get some pathways in here. Guess path, builder, line it up here. Now, what we got. Grab the end here, push it. That fits in there quite well. Great. So good at Planko 2. Also, do you have any tips for recreating Hershey Park? I'm trying to recreate it. I mean, I don't know if Hershey Park's got Street View. Street View is a very valuable tool. Again, I always say my biggest tips are just get references, videos, photos of anything that you're wanting to kind of either recreate or kind of style off of. So you always want to find some sort of inspiration. So if you're building something original, find some inspiration for that building. So like right now, perfect example right now, I'm actually modeling this or inspiring this off of a building that I'm looking at right now off to the side. Obviously this looks awful so far because I haven't detailed it yet, but or gotten into the details. But yeah, just go off of the best references you can find and just do one building at a time, one little spot at a time, and try. And the mistake I've made is jumping around too much. Focus on one spot at a time. So start with the entrance, get the entrance done. Don't move on until you're done with that section. That's a big mistake that I've made in the past, and when I do that, I jump around, and then I end up making mistakes that way, and I end up not finishing anything. So if you finish different sections at a time, it's going to be a lot better. So like what I'm doing now, I got the entrance done, and then I did like these buildings. I built the coaster over here. I'm not going to move on, or I'm not going to start anything new until all of this is pretty much complete. So I want to do like this section over here until I get all this done. So but yeah. I'm not the best builder, but again, I do have like nearly 8,000 hours combined with like Planet Coaster 1 and Planet Coaster 2. So it just keep building. And you know, another thing is when you're detailing stuff, even if it doesn't look good at first, like just keep going and keep detailing, and eventually it starts to form out into something that is pretty nice. So just don't give up on your build and just keep going until you're satisfied with it. But make sure you're satisfied with it. Sure. Alright, I think I'm going to put the counter over here, because then we can... this can be like a storage and everything for the gift shop and everything. So we'll put the main register there. Like so. Appreciate you guys always being super patient with me when it comes to like all this stuff. I know I take like a lot of breaks, big breaks from Planet Coaster often. You know, and that's just so I don't go crazy. But it happens, and it's much needed breaks. I'll say that. Because you can get burnt out, and you know, I have a lot of creative blocks sometimes, and I'm not going to work on stuff if I don't feel like it, because then it won't turn out good. You know what I'm saying? If you work on something for hours upon hours, take a toll on you. But if you're enjoying it and everything, you know, and you're motivated and everything, it's going to turn out so much better than if you're not motivated or not enjoying what you're doing. So, so if I don't feel like it, I'm not going to work on it, you know? Like, don't force yourself every time, but sometimes it does suck because you will sometimes get burnt out. And it does take a long time to get stuff done sometimes when you do take frequent breaks, but I do have some, like, very I do have varying moments where I do get very inspired, and sometimes I'll do a lot of work in a short period of time, which helps. Alright, and then as for these modular gift shops, I just try to establish what I do want in the shop, and we're going to make it prettier later on. It doesn't have to be pretty right away. And a big tip for if you want to do advanced move on some of these, because you can't just do advanced move, if you do multi-select, select the one thing and then you can advance move these things. That's the only way you can get it to advance move. Very useful for when you want to get stuff that can't be advance moved in order to advance move it. Very nice. Alright, we're going to connect existing. And then we can go back and edit what are on the shelves and such later on, so. I think these are umbrellas, pull float display. These are umbrellas. Umbrellas and posters. I do really want to just get a lot of the spots filled in here. Very much so. Take some shelves here. Both sides. And just fill in a lot of this empty space with lots of goodies. A lot of times I'll focus on like colors and such much later in everything. Focus on those later. Not. I was so happy when they added a lot of the stuff. I was just like, thank goodness. Thank goodness we finally got this stuff. Finally make proper gift shops. Which is huge. Gotta get everything decorated too. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. Thanks for your patience too, since we hadn't been doing a whole lot lately. We've been very quiet, but I appreciate everyone just being patient with me. Well, you know, no one was, not really anyone was asking where I'd been or, you know, getting mad that I haven't been posting. I haven't been doing much, but I know. I feel bad too. Get it. Trust me, I wanna constantly be putting out content. I really do. But I don't ever want to force myself. That's when stuff doesn't turn out the way I want. If I don't feel like doing something, I don't want to do it. It just won't turn out good. Used to watch you a lot when I was a kid. Oh gosh, don't make me feel old. Glad to see you're still doing your thing all these years later. Yeah, don't make me feel old, man. When you were a kid. Don't tell me you're an adult now. You're gonna make me feel old. I have been doing this since 2014 is when I started the channel, so it's been 12 years. I'd done YouTube prior to that, but not really like anything like real. Something interesting happened today at this railroad. I am a member for somewhere in St. Louis area. I was on one of the trains where it almost got struck by lightning. Oh, that'd be terrifying. I'm glad you weren't on there then. Oh, you were on. Oh, never mind. It almost got struck, but you were on it. Sorry, I can't read. I'm so tired. I've been so tired throughout the day. I was like, wait, did you say he was on it or was on it? Wasn't on it. Wasn't on it. Just like... Ugh. My mind right now is... I've never been good at reading in general. Anyways. Reading's not my strong suit. Alright, usually I like to cover up the in-game counters here with my own. So for the shelves here, we're going to keep the shelving kind of where it's at. Because obviously we don't want to like block it, but I want to push this back a little bit. And we're going to keep an opening here for when they need to come out. Running on jet fuel. Oh. Lovely. So what you're saying, it could have been very bad. as long as you're safe. Yeah, it was a gnarly storm we had come through. Very high winds, and like at Silver Dollar City, it was pretty bad at Silver Dollar City. Yeah, I haven't really talked about Planet Zoo 2. I mean, this is the first time I've streamed since it's been announced. It was so weird how they did it. I was kind of like, the way we found out Planet Zoo was coming is they like updated their cover page and it had the logo on it and like, oh, here's the countdown, 24-hour countdown to an announcement. And I'm like, well, I guess we know that's the trailers for sure. It's kind of weird. I liked how there was a lot of mystery with Planet Coaster 2's announcement because like we didn't necessarily know it was Planet Coaster 2 or like maybe they were doing something with Planet Coaster 1. And then obviously we had the big reveal and we're like, oh, nice, Planet Coaster 2. And it was a little more mysterious. Planet Zoo was just like, oh yeah, here we are. We're doing Planet Zoo 2, and you're gonna find out by just this photo. Kind of interesting. I don't know. Kind of weird. I thought it was weird. But hey, for those that really love Planet Zoo, I'm sure they're excited. I've never really gotten to Planet Zoo as much as, obviously, I haven't gotten into it as much as Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster is I'm just a theme park person. I don't mind zoos either. Like, I like zoos. It's just not my thing as much as theme parks. I think it would be really fun to combine them, like we had in like we did have in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, where you could do all of it at once. To me, that was pretty cool. Being able to do something, because then you could do like a Busch Gardens kind of style park. That would be epic. But we don't get to do that. They made it into 2 separate games, which, I mean, I guess money-wise, that makes sense. If we're trying to make more money, like more profits. I obviously have my concerns. I hope this doesn't affect Planet Coaster too negatively. And I hope we're going to get regular updates still with Planet Coaster 2, and it doesn't slow down Planet Coaster. Because we haven't gotten that much DLC for Planet Coaster 2 yet, because they had to fix the game first, and fix all the issues before they started releasing a lot of DLC. So we just now started getting DLC regularly for Planet Coaster 2, and this next DLC is in June, and they've really slowed down, it seems like. I don't know, this DLC seemed to take a longer time to get out than usual. Which is kind of a little bit of a red flag, I'm not gonna lie. As long as the game continues to get regular updates, I'm okay with it. I feel like we might not be getting it every 3 months like we're used to, so it could be like every 4 to 6 months maybe we'll get like a DLC or update. As long as they continue to support the game and don't abandon it. Because there's still stuff I want to see in the game, get put in the game. You know, there's still stuff missing that I would like to see. And I obviously want them to continue adding more rides, more coasters and such. And just overall, just adding a lot more. There's still so much they can do. So, I definitely will get Planet Zoo 2 when it releases, because I do want to support Frontier and everything, and I'll definitely check it out. I might be a little bit more excited about it with aquariums and everything. I know a lot of people definitely wanted aquariums in the game, and that's going to be a huge draw, and it makes sense. Definitely will be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna try and make this interior look really, really nice. Always try to focus on the interior before we do a lot of exterior work. Obviously. So we do want to make it look very nice in here. So we're going to do like a lot of custom stuff here. I should definitely have focused on doing the colors of this beforehand. I might just keep the blue. I'm not sure. What kind of posters do we have that we could use in here? I go too aquatic or anything, but this one just looks nice. And maybe we could do some like text or some other advertising, or we could do just some random stuff here. It's all very tropical themed. Just pushing all that tropical theme because of water parks and such. Came out, so let's go here and text. Maybe we can do signage. Misc and give it a flair of the park itself with Heartland Adventure. That way you don't forget what park you're at. And we could put like some false windows and such. Wish Frontier could merge parks with Planko 1 and Planko 2 because I had parks in one. I had to say goodbye to. Again, I understand why people would want that feature and everything, but it just wouldn't work at all. One sec. I might have to be back in just a little bit. My wife was sleeping. She wants me to set up a fan in the bedroom because, again, our AC is not very doing AC things. It's pretty hot in the house right now, so let me get these windows in real quick. Real life, these would be just like fake windows. So put some exterior ones in there too. Yeah, that will look good once we get all of that detailed and such. But I'm gonna be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. I mean, you can if you want, but I'm gonna do a task real quick. Right back. RV. day it is, so it's not an official announcement day, but I'll say it's in August, like always. And it's always in August. They always do their announcements in August for new attractions, so. And so they've done that in the past, and they're going to continue with that trend, so that trend does not change. But I'm surprised I haven't seen too much marketing. I'd imagine they'll rev up more marketing here soon, but they've done a little bit of teasing here and there, but they haven't, like, done full-on teasing, you know, like they did for, like, Time Traveler. Fire in the Hole had some really cool signage around the park. I haven't seen anything around the park that's teasing it. Like, they haven't put anything on, like, the construction fences that really say anything, unless I just haven't seen any. Maybe they put some over by Wildfire, I don't know. I haven't seen any yet, though. Of course, I don't go over by Wildfire very often. So, who knows? Who knows? I think we're about ready to start, at least put a roof here. Go with the flat roofs. Grid height down. About right there. That way when you go inside, you can see we've got a nice little roof here. And obviously we need to get some nice lighting in here, so let's do that. And some nice lights. We want hanging lights. You and me both, though. I'm very excited, too. Because even though I got a good idea of what it is, there's still that bit of wonder, especially when it comes to, like, theming and stuff, that there's still details that not everyone really knows. Might think you know. And that's what Brad Thomas tells us employees. Like, you might think you know what it is, but trust me, you don't know. That's what he told us. Like, so don't go off telling people stuff that you don't know about. Like, and if they get really, like, if they really want to know, like, they keep messing with you to find out, to try and get you to say something. Tell them it's a Dollar General with a Subway that offers 4-foot subs. That's the running gag this year. Subway with 4-foot subs and a huge Dollar General. We always go back to Dollar General. One of these days, we're going to actually get a Dollar General. Just wait. It's going to actually happen. Super exciting, though. I can't wait. I always love the fun part where we can do stuff like that. It's so funny. It's always exciting. Because construction's been ramping up pretty big time over there, so. I do think we'll, any day now, start to see potential support beams starting to go up. Already started on the station. So that's pretty exciting. Pretty darn exciting, if you ask me. we start to decorate. One detail at a time. We gotta make sure the backside looks decent since it will be viewable by guests. And we're gonna decorate all this around it also. And then we definitely should work a little bit on the wood coaster stuff also as well. I know that's the more exciting stuff, right? But we got to do all this stuff too. We can't just ignore the details of the other stuff. We gotta pay attention to everything. This would mean that corner piece was for nothing. However, I'll probably just go up to here. Just visible, just for that corner here, or there on that bottom level. I think that would look kind of nice. We're gonna go with that. But I do know one thing. I'm definitely going to apply for the new ride when the time comes next year. So that's my plan anyways. We'll see. A lot of things can change in a year, but we'll see. I really enjoy working at new rides. I love the attention that it gets, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of the very first, being a part of the opening teams. For those situations, it's really fun. It can be stressful, and it is a huge challenge. Not for everyone, but I enjoy it a lot. Being part of the opening team of Outlaw, the opening team of Time Traveler. And it would be really cool to be part of the opening team of even another ride. So another new ride, like that would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I'd enjoy that. I have thought about maybe getting signed off at Thunderation this year at some point, so I can say I operated it. It could be kind of neat. Maybe. You can put a few awnings on here. Even though I'm using them on, there's no awnings on. Looking at, sometimes awnings add so much. They're just like a nice little piece of detail. So kind of good one that works well with your building, or even something like this. Sometimes can be good. Back sign there, and that looks pretty good. Obviously, we're gonna have to get a nice doorway here. We might even do a little over it. This Thunderation. I actually have not ridden it yet this year, which is funny. Interestingly enough, I have not actually rode rode Thunderation this season. Just haven't gone around there. I mean, I have like no reason not to or anything. I just haven't really gotten around the park to ride stuff yet. Mostly just been working constantly. It's been my thing. Alright, we're starting to get a little bit of something going here. So, I like it. Alright. Need to get some stuff in here. Some storefront pieces there, that'd be nice. I'm going way off from what my references are, but that's alright. Making it my own, but I'm still kind of using the same style. Sometimes that's all you need. Little tip in some areas of your park. Make it look a little neglected for better history detail. Yeah, that's a good idea. This is technically kind of a new park-ish. I haven't really just developed a storyline for, like, its history, but it is a new park opening, so there could be some older stuff in here, but, like, obviously the wood coaster is going to have, like, a older feel to it, but there could be, like, a little bit of history that this was, like, maybe a small, you know, tiny park that never really got some footing, you know, so maybe I could have some more, some newer buildings and also some, like, more neglected buildings as well. Ride Falcon's Flight at Six Flags Qiddiya. I'll probably never get out there, unfortunately, myself. Probably will never happen. Unfortunately. I wish I could go experience that, but if it was in the US, I probably would. But unfortunately, that is not going to be an option for me. In fact, I haven't really visited many US parks lately. I haven't taken a vacation. I haven't taken a theme park trip in like literally 2 years. I am so overdue. The last proper trip I made too, like the last big trip was back in like 2021. That was my last Florida trip anyways. My last trip was a Dollywood trip like 2 years ago. I need one bad. I need like an actual just vacation. Like a relaxation vacation. That's what I need. I haven't had anything like that in a very long time. I'm just so overdue for one. I could use one. Let's Get some... want it too tall, but tall enough. In fact, I actually want this a little skinnier, smaller. Ba-ba-da-bum. How do we want to connect these or do this? We want to go with stucco walls and then go from there. Are these going to be too big? They're going to be too big. I need to probably just find a roof. Flat stucco roof. Does that exist? Thin. Preferably. But not really looking for a wood texture. I'm looking for... Maybe if we did something like this. Possibly. Dear goodness. Advance move tool. Why? Don't do this to me. Please make it easy on me. And both sides. Corner piece. Not that corner piece. Wrong corner piece. That corner piece. That one. That's the one that's gonna make it everything work. Give it a little overhang entrance kind of thing like that. That'll look good. What am I building? We're building a little gift shop. I feel like I just stepped into Alton Towers. We're in Alton Towers now. It really sounds just like Alton Towers because they play in the Hole in the Mountain. That's obviously what this is. Which I love. Just made me think of Alton Towers. Nice. I didn't know that's what this song was going to be. But yeah, we're building a nice little gift shop that's near the entrance of the park, so we can have a nice little gift shop. And also I needed to fill in a lot of space here between the wood coaster and the entrance, so Yeah, so we're trying to develop a building here and make it look really, really nice by also connecting everything together, bridging everything nicely together. This is literally just in the Hall of the Mountain King. One of my favorite, like, royalty-free songs. I love all the different Alton Tower variations of it, too. Just the build-up. Song. This is like literally Alton Towers' theme. Why is this the music I selected? It's just on Epidemic Sound. I just literally typed Epic, and that's what came up. One of the songs that came up. It's just literally... It's literally just on, not really a playlist, it's just the search. This is all the songs that came up. And it just plays them all. The last time, I promise. I have a really bad habit of just listening to the same song over and over and over when I get in the groove. I just like her so much. It just really made me think of Alton Towers, and I really like it, so... I just love the build-up, man. It's such a crazy build-up. I feel like that's one of my favorite things, like music sometimes, is when it has like, it starts out slow and just has a crazy build. It's more intense. Alright, this building's starting to get somewhere. About the new ride, people at Wildfire. They don't know anything. Fair warning, no one knows anything. I know the manufacturer. I know that. We're also not supposed to say anything because we don't know anything. Words from Brad Thomas. We don't know anything. He literally said that to us not too long ago. He was like, you may think you know what it is, but you don't know what it is. What he said. That's what he told us employees. He's like, so don't say anything to guests, because you don't know. When guests asks, you say, I don't know. And if they really want to know really bad, tell them that we're building a Dollar General with a Subway that serves 4-foot-long subs. Us employees don't actually know what's... we don't know the details. We really don't. Am I going to recreate Wind Valley Park? Absolutely not. I'm not a big fan of recreating parks that I've already built. I'm gonna let that sit with Planet Coaster 1. But you know? I don't know, though. I know the manufacturer, and that's about it. And I know the kind of like the thrill level. That's about it. I don't know what the full layout is. I don't know. I mean, they've teased the theming a little bit, but like none of us actually know anything besides stuff like that. I don't even know what model type it is. Or if it's something completely new. There's not really... Like, yeah, we know little bits here and there, potentially, but it's all speculation and rumors. And until... Like, there's still an element of surprise on announcement day for us employees, too. Like, we don't know everything. You can kind of piece together the layout a little bit by looking at the footers. Like, I know one section, and that's about it. The rest just looks like spaghetti, so there's no telling what exactly the layout looks like. I know one other really cool element that I'm not going to say, but... If you look at the station building that's going up right now, like, there's some really cool details on it. There are some cool details. If you take a close look at that station building that's going up by Wildfire right now. They just started putting it up within this last week, so... I think support columns are going to start going up here really soon. If I had to guess. Just a guess, though. Big box of metal? Yeah, that's station. Just look at the top of it. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen anybody guess what it is. It's an element that I'm really excited for. But no one has really pointed it out. Of course, I don't know how much you can really see of it. You have to look. It might be kind of hard to see. Potentially, so. It's gonna have a really cool feature to it that I'm excited to see how it plays out. Again, it's rumor speculation. But it is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I'm just excited for announcement day as you guys are. I actually know what day it is, so we're getting closer and closer each day. And who knows, any day they might announce the announcement day. Announcement for the announcement. There's a lot of stuff I'm curious on. One thing I'm pretty certain of that isn't really like a big deal, if I say it, is I do think they for sure are going to connect the dead ends of Wildfire and Powder Keg together. I mean, you can't even, they already made it to where you can't look at Powder Keg's launch anymore. They took that whole observation area out. That path is gone. Completely tore all that out, so I think they're going to rework the path to where it's going to connect those dead ends. So we'll have a nice full loop around, which would be really nice, so you can get from Powder Keg to Wildfire really easily as well, so which will be very, very nice. Very much looking forward to that, because basically we'll have a brand new area of the park, kind of, which is kind of cool. Like, I'm fairly certain that's what they're going to do. I'm just excited as anyone else is for it. I know you get a really good view from Powder Keg, you get a really good view from Wildfire, you get a very good view from American Plunge. Lots of good stuff there. Just do a little bit of curb here, and then we're gonna fill in that all the grass with like a lot of bushes, flowers, maybe even some trees, and just fill it all in. And get all the nice bits of path elements in. This in, maybe even a little soil in the terrain here, kind of paint it up. A little bit of a couple different textures in there, so it's nice and unique. Yeah, you get some really good views from over there. Cedar Point 2 weeks ago, and for some reason Magnum was open for 30 minutes the first day and didn't open the second day, and everything else with operations were decent. Well, at least the operations were decent for you. Start out with like some bushes outlining the path a little bit here. That will fill in some of that space. Random stuff in here. This, but let's make it a little bit less pop. But besides that, I think people overreact to it a little bit. But I think for an arrow, it's not too shabby. I can tolerate roughness a little bit better than most people, but some people, if it's not butter smooth, it's rough. J-Trans, we're not doing that, man. You over here rage baiting me. I'm not giving into it. I'm not even gonna acknowledge. I'm gonna even say said. Rude. Once today, once yesterday. It wasn't bumpy at all, but today was No change. I know some rides it just depends on where you sit, so maybe you just sat in a different row. If you're in a wheel seats can make a difference a lot of the time, so that's how it is on Outlaw. Wheel seats compared to non-wheel seats. It is a completely different experience when it comes to smoothness. It could be just one of those things. Based on where you sat on the train. A lot of like fighting textures here. I don't really know what from. Kind of weird. I don't like it, so we're gonna cover it up, I think. Find something to cover it up. Now, fighting textures, just cover it up. All your problems disappear just like that. Hey, friend. This far. This fighting texture, but I don't wanna entertain it any further. So just cover it up. Now the restraint always slams down hard, especially in wheel seats. Happens a lot. Drop can be a little jarring in wheel seats. Non-wheel seat is like smooth, in my opinion. As a whole, Outlaws ran really well this season. There's been pretty stellar. All that, and then we can go here. And just do what we've been doing. fast on this powder keg. Let's get all this. Down restraints all done and ready, but then we were told to get off to just lightning back. Oh yeah, that was talking about yesterday. The lightning was off and on. And then it got crazy windy. There was a lot of branches that fell. Had a lot of cleanup to do for today, for this morning. I'm sure our grounds team were busy today this morning. They probably had to come in early, get everything cleaned up from the storm. Sure it wasn't fun. Funny because I was 210 yesterday, which means I was kind of like in a supervisor position. And at the end of the night, we're supposed to take down the flag on the flagpole in the square. But I was like, hey, it's about to rain real hard. Let's go ahead and take it down now. We prefer to take it down before the rain hits, because otherwise you have to dry it out overnight, which isn't fun. So it was towards the end, closer to the end. It was like after 7, I think. So went ahead and took it down. I felt like I was in a storm on a pirate ship taking down the flag. That flag was just flying everywhere. And I was just like trying to make sure it didn't hit the ground. Last thing I need is a video of me dropping an American flag on the ground and then everyone just be like, "Ah, oh, Joe hates America. Taylor Games hates America." Hey, it's an important job sometimes. Then I have to fold the flag, which I'm not really good at, by the way. I had to do it in a storm. Sometimes I can fold it pretty well. It just depends. Sometimes I do pretty good at it, sometimes not so much. That last night, not so much. You have to make it to where there's no red showing, so it's just blue, the stars. All right, we got something going there. That's pretty cool. I did something. All right. We filled in a gap, or one of the big spots. I think that looks pretty good. This way, you get this nice gift shop building. Oh yeah, Wildfire backseat, really good. The drop is always amazing on Wildfire. Literally feels like a hypercoaster with a over-the-shoulder restraint. If you got a little bit of space between you and that restraint, like, you just feel your whole entire body just shift upwards, and it's such a really fun time. Like, Like if you're the perfect size to where you're like in between two clicks so you have a little bit of space. I think my size, like I'm kind of in that spot where like I can have a little bit of space mostly because like I can't get another click, otherwise it'd be crazy tight. So I'm not like in a perfect spot for that airtime. Get that air. I don't know if it's a glitch in Planet Coaster 2, by the way. Every time I restart or start the game up, doesn't matter if I change it or not. Anytime I change the units from Celsius to Fahrenheit, it goes back to Celsius every time I restart the game. I don't know what causes it. The lift house here, I added this little spot here to make it look like it goes into there. Trying to have nice little attention to details kind of hidden in here. Like picking away at this perimeter fence slowly but surely. I'm just doing it slowly, like little bits at a time. That way I don't have to spend too much time doing the unfun stuff at once. The mist is nice too, yeah. The mist effect when you go get dispatched. Fight song number 2. I don't know that's what it's called. Because I do want to do a lot of realistic features in this park, so I'm going to try our best. I'm going to make everything very practical, makes sense. Obviously there would be perimeter fencing around rides so people can't get into them. Things like that. That makes sense, right?
They counted you out, but you're still here.
Words. Lyrics.
You come too far to back down now. Dig deep, stand tall. No fear, no mercy. This is the grind. This is the moment. Show 'em what you're made of.
I don't know what this song is. I don't know what it is, but I really like the aesthetic of this wood coaster. Very simple. Nothing crazy. Simplest layout, but very effective somehow. Very, very effective. But I think this will be a nice little park. That's all said and done or ready to go. Like it's nothing too special. I'm making this a very small park to start. and we're gonna add on through the years. So very cool. It's gonna have. I wanted to start out with a good amount of variety of rides. So we're gonna have our thrill ride here is gonna be this wood coaster. We have gentle rides like the Ferris wheel. We're gonna have maybe like a thrill flat ride and maybe like another gentle flat ride. Have a good balance. We have an arcade. We have a restaurant. We have a gift shop. Like, try and hit all those little spots. That way growth can be that we've already got good variety, and then the growth would just be adding on to all that. So I think I did a pretty good job on these custom supports. Did do quite a bit of copy and pasting, but I think they turned out pretty good. Looks pretty legit. Like, it looks like it would go with it. Like, they blend these. This is blending really well with the generated supports. So I think they do. Get our gift shop open for our guests. I didn't really like edit what's in here. That's alright. Definitely posters. Well, let's do umbrellas too, so guests can buy some umbrellas. I don't think I need to change too much here, but a lot of variety already in here, so see if our guests appreciate it. Yeah, it's raining. Should add to the atmosphere. To look more correct. Makes a big difference being able or doing that. So we got people in the gift shop. Nice. Did hear the Cat Powder Keg song on the breakdown. I know, right? Such a cool little thing that maintenance threw in there. Did you see the Buzzsaw Falls sign? We just put that in there in the queue line. In one of the displays, there's a Buzzsaw Falls signs an old Buzzsaw Falls sign that they found, and they put it in the queue line, which is pretty cool. It's like a little saw, and it says Buzzsaw Falls on it. Really cool. Like they randomly found it and then decided to put it in there. Did see that, sweet. Yeah, they put it up in front center so you could see it pretty easily. Which I really like, so. Should we ride Howler? What do you guys think? Rain ride. These operations are pretty slow. Not gonna lie. Definitely have the maximum waiting way too long. Minimum waiting or whatever time it takes for guests to get on. Or waits for guests to get on. Means there's no line at least. Keeps trying to fill the card too much. There we go. Finally off. Say hello to the Howler. We're gonna get a rainy ride. The wood coaster is supposed to be rough. Actually, this turned out really smooth because I think I used the 4-meter method on it. It's funny when people do judge, like, say, wooden coasters in Planet Coaster 2, people expect them to be butter smooth. I'm just like, that's not realistic. Wood coasters have a lot of jolting and rattling to them, like, they're not butter. I mean, there are maybe a select few out there in real life that are butter smooth. But, like, most wood coasters are gonna feel like wood coasters. And it's not, honestly, very realistic for them to be perfectly smooth. Get, like, comments sometimes on that, like, coasters aren't butter. Yeah, coasters aren't. There's very few coasters out there that are completely butter smooth, you know. Even steel coasters, you know, there's still some smooth coasters out there that aren't like completely buttery. Always expect that butter. Slightest roughness. Ah, it's so rough. A lot of them do. Haven't seen anybody in here yet. Yeah, I guess the guests just haven't gotten hungry yet. Go to the restaurant. I also haven't put any restroom. There is one restroom in here, and that's in the arcade. The arcade has built-in restrooms back here. There are restrooms in park. That is it. So we probably should put one over by the wood coaster. But I love this little arcade. I'm pretty proud of how the arcade turned out. This big old prize counter. Got really cool, and they have all the arcade games. I think we got everything in here, at least one or two of everything. The aesthetic turned out pretty good. Don't even think I registered that the Buzz Hall thing wasn't there before. I just looked in and I was like, oh, Buzz Hall Falls. Took a picture and moved on and left. No, that's only been in there for maybe a week at most. That was really neat. Glad it made it in. Nice little bit of that lift hill right next to the entrance. You get that photo opportunity. Yeah, I saw the photo. get to see that all the time because I'm at the ride constantly. So, but yeah. Planet Universe is a Discord server that me and some others have created. Basically, there's a lot of different roles that you can be in it. It's kind of like a role play server where we create our own parks. There's journalists, and there's also ride manufacturers. So, if you own your own park and park chain, you can have a chain of parks, so you can become your own version of Six Flags, and have multiple parks and everything, or you can stick with one park, whatever you prefer. And we have like a whole economy system. You have to trade. You can trademark stuff like names and such, and you give updates when your park adds new rides and such like that. And it's kind of like you're acting as if your parks are real. I even created a fake. Not real fake. It's not fake, but it is fake. A social media account for my whole entire theme park chain of Winland Entertainment. So, where you can see updates of the parks there. Pretty cool. Journalists are kind of like gonna review parks. So if you don't want to build anything, you just join the Discord server. Looks like J-Trains is already on it. It's not fully developed yet, and we're kind of like in the pre-stages of getting it launched. It's kind of a relaunch though too. We did start it at one point, but we're kind of redoing it and relaunching it. So, but you can choose what role you want, or you can, if you don't want to build parks and you just want to watch the Discord and see everyone's stuff, being a theme park journalist is a good idea. Or if you just want to design coasters for parks and people can buy your. So we actually have a ride manufacturer's role as well. So if you want to just design rides and such and sell it to the theme park chains, you can do that too. Just a little for fun Discord server. That's really neat. So again, it's very early on. Yeah, you can see you just joined it too, which is awesome. We also include Planet Zoo in there too. No one's ever done Planet Zoo or anything in there, but I keep it open for that. So if you want to create zoos and have it a part of that as well. That's why it's called Planet Universe. It includes all the Planet games. So it's Planet Coaster 1 or 2, Planet Zoo 1 or 2, whatever you guys have, and there's no limit on that. So if you only have Planet Coaster 1, you can also still use Planet Coaster. Create a YouTube channel for your chain. That's awesome. I'll just probably just post on JLW Games since that's where everyone's gonna see it. So. Okay. Check the schedule because stuff's getting changed. Yeah, it's a pretty cool server. Definitely recommend being a part of it. It's again very early on in development, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I need that reference anymore. I'm trying to do something off to the side. Really slowly. That's what I'm working on, is your channel. I'm trying to make sure. So basically, what I do is make it to where no one else can send messages in there except you. So that way, people don't like mess with your updates. So basically, the idea of the channel is people can see the updates, but they can't comment in it. It's only for you. So you're the only one that can message in there. That and admins, but admins aren't going to do that. So like the mods and such can have access to it, but that way normal people can't just flood your channel with that. Like, it's just updates for your manufacturer. So I always recommend doing like creating your own logos and stuff like that. And if you really want to get immersed with it, create some social media pages and have links to those. I think that's always kind of fun too. So like, again, I've made a Facebook page for Winland Entertainment, which is my my company that builds the parks, and they will post updates on their social media for all the parks and such. And what I am going to do is, when we do get it off and going again, I'm going to do a lot of fun, like, realistic vlogs and such of the parks, and like park tours of all the parks, everything. It'll be really cool. Yeah, if you're ever have any questions in the server, just be sure to ask in there. You know, one of us hopefully will have an answer for you and such like that, as we're going through a relaunch. So and I always recommend, I know you're not doing a park, but build some history up with your company. So maybe with your ride manufacturer, you can actually build some history up there and have some history with your company, saying, hey, we started back in this year and we've done this is our work, you know, such like that. But basically, we're also going to have like maybe an IAAPA. I've had it before, like an actual IAAPA show floor where you can show off all of your designs. You can also put it in your channel as well. But I think it's really cool to have like an IAAPA channel where you can actually show off all of your coaster designs and such, ride designs. It's a lot. It's a really cool, fun concept, for sure. And then there's also the idea of that we can actually sell our parks as well. So if I wanted to sell this park to another person and they can take it over, that's also an option that you can do in the server as well. So for instance, say I have like 3 parks and I want to sell one off to somebody else in the server, they can actually buy it from me. So we're gonna have really fun stuff like that and everything. Pretty cool. But the idea is to come up with a really fun, immersive experience for Planet Coaster for everybody. So, but that's what this park is for. It's going to be my starter park for the server. So we're kind of in the phase where everyone's kind of building their parks right now, their first park and everything. I merged with 3 companies. Yeah, that's another thing you can do. You can also merge with other companies and work together. So that's another fun aspect to it too. So if I wanted to merge with another one, another thing, it'd be really cool. We got an RMC competitor here. Okay. So they've been around. You've been around for since 2020, but have made zero code. That's a rough year to start your company too. So no wonder why it's been kind of difficult to start. Why would you do that? Money. Exactly. The freaking weather right now is just nothing but rain and snow. I mean, we're in the winter right now, technically. But, like, it's just nothing but rain and snow. So it's cold and wet and snowy. There's no sunshine. Be very interesting. No coasters because of COVID, so you probably slowed your research and development. Kind of a nice little, I think it's a cool idea for a story. Like, hey, like we started this company up, but got a little slow start because we started in 2020. I like that idea. Gotta start somewhere for sure. So before we did this, we actually did run the server beforehand, mostly during Planet Coaster 1. I had like 2 parks, I think, but I'm encouraging people to keep the history of their old stuff kind of going forward. So the storyline I have is that we did open a park, which was Gold Rock Park, which is the original park that I made for the server. It closed down, it had a very short lifespan, and now we're getting back into the industry again with a new park. So we've been out of it for almost 40 years, and now we're getting back into the theme park business for the first time since. You have huge competition, that's for sure. But I'm still really proud of this entrance. This entrance turned out so good. I spent a lot of time on it, too. I really want this park to look really cool and have a lot of details. And that's why it's going to start off small, so I can get it ready. But it's going to have a lot of detail. And that was the whole purpose of having different rules, because some people might not want to make full parks. They might just want to design rides, you know? Or they might just want to review what people are doing, and that's where the journalists come from. So the theme park journalists are kind of like the reviewers of the park, and they just kind of like, they can write newspapers about parks, they can like, anything that happens, like say if something gets announced or stuff like that. Another fun thing is we're also going to have Golden Ticket Awards every year as well. So we will have Golden Ticket Awards for all the parks and rides that are in there. So we're going to have like Best Wood Coaster, Best Steel Coaster, you know, stuff like that along those lines. Best, different little options there. It's going to be really cool. Stuff that you would see in the Golden Ticket Awards. Like it was before, too, yeah. So to remind you, all the merging caused the chain to go downhill and pretty much go bankrupt, which is why it's called the Hilltop Entertainment Corporation, not Hilltop Entertainment. Gotcha. It's pretty cool, though. Like, I like the idea. Hopefully we can get a lot of people on board in the server and continue to grow it. But basically, the reboot is basically to make the server a little bit simpler and make it to where it's easier to use. Because before we had like permits and everything, and stuff had to get approved, and it would take time to get approved because not all of us really were available to approve stuff. So we made it to where like we're making it to where the server can run without any of the admins or mods really needing to do anything. So like it's just kind of there for us. Basically, we're all just role-playing ourselves, and we kind of make the server come alive ourselves, which is pretty cool. The trademarks, you don't have to trademark stuff. It's just there if you want to, like, tease your stuff. Like, I could trademark names for my new ride or something that might be coming, and maybe I'll trademark 3 different names so keep people guessing of what it actually is going to be called. Different things like that. But you don't have to like trademark everything. It's just a for fun little thing. That's what that channel's for, in case anyone was wondering. It's not like a requirement. A lot of people, when they start, they'll trademark their company name or something like that. It's just for fun. For instance, I just trademarked the name of my park, which is Winland Heartland Adventure. And then I also trademarked Howler. And we're about to hit June, which means we're about to get another DLC for Planet Coaster 2, so... My big prediction for this DLC is going to be... Obviously, we're getting parades. I think that's a given. Like, that's not even debatable. It's going to be parades. Because apparently, like, the translation of the sign that was off to the side in that teaser literally said parade times. So... yeah, we're getting parades in this DLC. I think we might get midway games with it as well. I don't think it's just gonna be just parades. I think that's gonna be the main draw for the DLC, is the parade section, parade part of it. But I think we're also going to be getting midway games. I think the arcades kind of go with that. The arcade is the free part of it, and then I think we're gonna get midway games as well. Because arcades kind of go in that category, and this will also go into the entertainment tab. Entertainment tab is too small right now. It's just arcade games. So, like, I feel like midway games also would be a good addition, part of that DLC. Just a ton of different midway game stuff that kind of goes along the lines with arcades. So I think we're going to get more stuff in the entertainment tab, including, obviously, parades. So parades will be in here. Who knows how they're going to work. I think you're going to be able to decorate the floats however you want. I think the floats are just going to be a big platform, and then you just put whatever you want on them. I know that's how it's probably going to work, and then you probably have to create some sort of track or invisible track, or maybe they have... I'm assuming they're probably going to have to be on pathways. That's my guess. Coaster as an album for some throw models. Yeah, I'm hoping for a few new rides as well. So parades, midway games, and maybe a couple, maybe like one or two new coasters, maybe a flat ride as well. I think that'd be a good DLC package right there. I hope it's not just like only midway games and parades and that's it, and maybe a few new scenery pieces. I hope it's also a few new rides as well. Alpine Coaster would be cool, but we do have the CTR mod that gives us Alpine Coasters. So if we'd ever get the Alpine Coaster, we do have a CTR that does have it. So I'm hoping that we maybe get a new coaster, maybe a flat ride, and then alongside those as well. Wait a minute, I know this song. This is the song. Sorry, it just reminded me of Ryan Trahan. Like anytime he did like his Penny series or like did the Great Reset, like this would be his rewind song. I just thought I was like, this sounds familiar. So many YouTubers use Epidemic Sound, so I always like hear random stuff that I'm like, that's from that. I remember hearing that in their videos. Sorry. Got completely sidetracked from that, but that's what it made me think of. Right, I'm gonna save this, haven't manually saved it in a minute. water slide. Yeah, we haven't gotten any water park editions in a long time. Like any DLC, really. Have we? You know something I want to... Pretty sure I have a save where I started to redo Gold Rock Park. Or recreate it. I know it's in here somewhere. I haven't opened it in a long time. But I think I decided not to do it. But maybe someday I'll pick it back up. I don't know. Just gotta find it. Yeah. That's what I named that save. Yeah. Epic Island. I don't see it, but I remember starting it. Would have been pretty far back, I think. Here's Midwest Adventure, so that was like my first Planet Coaster 2 park. It's Midwest Adventure. I have 2 Midwest Adventures. This looks like the finished one right here, though. I remember I think I made multiple saves for some reason. What's the thicket? Winland Sandbox. Oh gosh, where is it? I could have sworn. That I saved it somewhere. But maybe I didn't. Am I going crazy though? You guys remember when I started that? I don't know. I do hope maybe by Halloween, close to like Halloween time, that we do get like a proper spooky pack. The sorcery pack was cool. A lot of people were disappointed they didn't get a spooky pack, like a spooky pack of some sort, but I still really like the sorcery pack. Label is something else. That's a good question. Like, I was looking at the thumbnails here too, and I couldn't find it. Or see anything familiar. Would have been a while back the last time I saved it. I remember doing it though. I will say that I remember. Gold Rock Park. Gold Rock. Remember the Viking Park. It brings me back to when the game first came out. Maybe I deleted it? I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. One that's just labeled Winland. Definitely not it. Oh, we have the picture. Epic Island. There's just some of these I just started and never really did anything with. This is probably literally all that's in this little planter area. That's the funny part. Let's look at Midwest Adventure though. I'm kind of interested. That was my first completed park I did in here. I don't know if this is the final one. I think it is. I see the wood coaster in the back, and that was one of the last things I did. I did an inverted coaster too. This was like my test park, like getting used to Planet Coaster 2 when it first came out and adjusting to all the different or all the new stuff. It took me a little bit to get used to all the new stuff. It's like I was still used to Planet Coaster 1 and all of the stuff that was in Planet Coaster 1, but there was a lot of different build pieces and everything, so yeah. Reset all. That was the button I was looking for. Yeah, but this is like my first, like my experimental park when I first opened or first started doing Planet Coaster 2. It wasn't meant to be anything too crazy. But I mean, it still turned out really good for being my first park in the game. Like, I mean, complete with a water park and everything. Major logo, awesome. Post it. There's a few things I didn't like. I did my stab at a dark ride, which is a log flume, indoor log flume, which turned out pretty cool. The main drop here. I don't know why the water's glowing, but it is. It's supposed to look like a forest, kind of. Go back into the station in there. Not bad for the first attempt at a suit. Nice. Cool. And then we have a inverted B&M invert. Yeah, the Phantom. That was one of the last things I built in here. The GCI coaster that we built too. Forest Run. Look at that creative entrance sign. And the upside down sign. Why is it up? Did I actually put that upside down and never realized it? That's funny. That's true, that's funny. The station turned out pretty cool. Now, these signs are upside down too. Did something happen to where all the signs are upside down? That's interesting. Alright, that's kind of weird. I wouldn't have done that twice. All the signs are upside down, but some of them are. Oh yeah, this is like the little mini Viking area I made. I made the multi-dimension coaster with actual themed trains, Wild Run. Got switch tracks, a drop track. It goes through this backward section, and then it has to go through the switch track to go back into the station, which is pretty cool. Back into the station. We have this little inside drop track. I definitely have improved. Definitely tell this is an early park by me. An early Planet Coaster 2 park. Remember, I even did custom supports on this GCI. These wide supports. They turned out good, but my gosh, they took so long to even do. I made this pretty big. I mean, it's pretty much one of my Discord servers. I have my main YouTube Discord server, and then this was an extra server that we made. Is a combination of me and my admins slash mods that work with me, so they were kind of a little bit of the masterminds behind it, so can't take all of the credit. And I got this mine train back here too. I forgot about the mine train. The yawns. Man, it's almost 11. My goodness, time just flies. But yeah, we also got the water park. Some drop slides here. Powering slides. Some tube slides. Double and single. Still close. That still works. I don't know why there's a wall there. I don't know if that's always been there. I think some updates messed with it because, again, this is before a lot of the big updates. I made this back when water looks really good. I wonder if they updated the water a bit. The water looks a lot more realistic than when the game first launched. Am I tripping? Or does the water look a lot better? Frontier doesn't, sometimes they throw in some like stuff that they updated that they won't even mention. And I feel like the water effects, not effects, but like just the water in general looks a lot better. Maybe it's just me. Could just be me, but the water to look pretty good. Hey, what's up? What's up, Cole? We got some mat slides over here too. Got a little kids area, lazy river, all that stuff. Have to wake up early tomorrow. Yeah, I got work tomorrow. We're in the middle of season pass appreciation right now, so we all the rides open an hour early for that. It's like, ugh. Yeah, that was my first park. Kind of went lazy with the parking lot. I was going to make this like an employee lot, but I just kind of never did anything with it, so I just left it like that. Yeah, I forgot about the water bucket that I made here. After a certain time, it splashes down. That. It's pretty cool. Working tomorrow? Me too. Cross country. I was never in cross country. I did track and field, but never cross country. It brings back memories on that, opening that up though, because that was again my first big, like, that was my first park that I made in the game. Just kind of a testing ground park. Oh yeah, that was our blueprint park that we put together. This one turned out really good. And we put this together pretty quickly because we used nothing but blueprints and then just bridged everything together. Which is a really good, like, strategy to kind of do. Pole vault and cross country, nice. I mostly did sprinting and long distance and track, so. I never did any field events, though. I stuck just to running. Yeah, this park was built all with blueprints. And then I just connected the pathways and just kind of like decorated it all to blend in together. Which is pretty cool. It includes some of my own blueprints, like Firewind. Honestly, I could probably make this a part of the park if I need a park real quick for Planet Universe. Got our family invert coaster that I made when it first came out, or first released with the game. Came with the updates. This wood coaster is really cool. It's a it wasn't a blueprint, but I made it a blueprint because I wanted it in the park because it was so good. Station fly by, fly through. I love station fly throughs. They're so cool. This was such a well done wood coaster. I was like, I need it. So I stole it. Put it in. Had to make some adjustments to make it work, but I made it work. Pretty cool. Basically a community park. Literally nothing but blueprints that people have put on the workshop. Some really cool restaurants. This El Torito is a really good restaurant. The interior is incredible. Restaurant, like whoever did it really good job. We also have Crossroads Pizza from Silver Dollar City. Another one. This is from Silver Dollar City, pretty cool. Did a really good job with it. And even like these little planter areas are all blueprints as well. Entrance is all a blueprint, which is really neat. Like these tick booths and everything. Yeah, I know we streamed this a few times, so it's been a while since I've been in it, so I wanted to check it out again. Alright guys, I think I'm going to head off here for now. I appreciate you guys checking us out. Glad we could be live for the first time in a while. It's been a long time since I've really done anything on the channel. So thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully be back soon. I never make any guarantees because I just have been so busy. So glad you guys have been here, and thank you guys so much for your patience for the waiting for the content to come out. So I really need to get the next episode of Windland Adventure Resort up. I'm pretty close to getting the next episode out, so I have been working on it. It's just been very slow. So, but thank you guys so much for being here, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, whatever you guys want to do. See you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.